You have the perfect life. That's what me in my early 20s would have said to me now. Yes, I do seem to have the perfect life. I have a loving partner who makes me laugh all the time. I'm surrounded by friends and family who cares a lot about me. I have a cute fur baby. It caused a lot of trouble, but that's also something that I've wanted since I was a little kid. I have an amazing career working in one of the biggest unicorns, and I love the people who I work with. And my content creation, my YouTuber career is also, making good progress. I think I checked all the boxes. I mean, I should be so happy all the time. What else could I possibly want? But underneath, I know there's something wrong. To be honest, I can't remember exactly how long or when it started or how long I have been overwhelmed by all of those, what I call them, negative emotions. I just remember constantly felt anxious and stressed and overwhelmed. Today has been another very tough day. I couldn't really focus, just cried a little. I just feel like I can't breathe. Of course, when I say constant, I don't mean 24/7. It comes and goes, it comes in waves and it goes in waves. And I think that's how I was able to just brush it off. It's okay. It's just temporary. It's COVID, work is hard, and everybody feels this from time to time. And reject those feelings. How come you're not as strong as you were used to be? And remember, you went through crazy McKinsey consulting life. This is nothing compared to that life. Stop being so weak and lazy because you've gotten comfortable. Yep, I thought I was strong and resilient and smart, so I could figure this out all by myself. So I started reading a lot of books, did a lot of self-reflections, hoping that things would change and I would get better. And I thought I was able to deal with it okay. Did I thought about therapy? Of course I thought about therapy, seeking professional life. That seems to be the right thing to do. But at the same time, it just feels like such a difficult, long process that I just didn't think that I had the mental and physical energy to go deal with. In addition to everything else that I was feeling, I was definitely overwhelmed. I don't even know where to start, who to talk to. It just seems like so much work and I was already getting so overwhelmed. And plus, do I really need one? So I just kept everything underneath the rug for as long as I could. Until an episode happened in October 2022. Honestly, I couldn't remember exactly what triggered it. I just remember waking up on a Friday, and it was a sunny Friday. The type of Friday that I would usually be so happy and so energized by. But getting up that day was such a struggle. I felt so exhausted, had zero energy. Getting myself to work, even though it was from the bed to the table, was extremely difficult. Today feels like a really weird day. I feel like I have trouble breathing. I don't have much energy. I just got out of a team meeting. It was really nice to hang out with everyone, and I think I was laughing a lot during the meeting, but at the same time also have this urge to cry, which is really, really weird. And that disconnection between reality and what I wanted to do really, really, really scared me. That's the moment when I realized I need professional help, and I need it now. Well, when you don't know where to start, Google seems to be a reasonable starting point. So I did a couple Google search, psychotherapist near me, how to find a good therapist. But the problem with Google is that it gives you like all the information that you could ever want in the world, but it also could feel extremely overwhelming. And I was overwhelmed, and I realized I used the word overwhelmed quite a lot, but that was exactly how I felt. And then I found out that at work, we actually already have a Slack group that is dedicated to help people with mental wellness, and a beginner guide resource to how to find a therapist. And I can't believe it's been there the whole time, and I just never bothered or thought that I should look for it. I also learned that I even have insurance coverage for up to $5,000 a year for a psychotherapist. It is unbelievable that I had all this resource and support all the time, but I just never thought I needed to use it. So following the guide, on the same day, I was able to book 3 15-minute intro sessions with 3 different therapists through this website called First Session. If you have the need, I would recommend checking it out. Link is in the description below. And on November 7th, about a week after my episode happened, I started therapy. I just did my first official session with my therapist of choice. A lot of issues to uncover. I'm actually looking forward to. Pretty good. Last week, I spent a lot of time recovering and also like a lot of time, I guess, reflecting. So week 3 or 4 in therapy, I have started journaling, which is really interesting. One thing that I have been reflecting a lot recently is about resting and why I never felt like I was well rested and what does resting really mean to me. And now a couple months has passed by and I have kept up with my regular therapy session. Has it cured me completely, you might ask? No, it hasn't. There are still times that I felt like I was falling back to my old habits, getting overwhelmed by all of those negative emotions and could not get a hold of my emotions. But I also think that therapy is a long and evolving process. It is not something that you can just see benefits right away. It definitely takes a lot of patience and effort. What I did feel that was different is I did think that my stress level has decreased significantly. It was not as frequent as it used to be. I also know that whenever I have an episode of anxiety, I have help that is right there that I can rely on immediately. And that is extremely powerful. So for those who are out there who are experiencing the same issue or debating whether you should go talk to someone seeking professional help, here are some of the things that I wanted to share based on my own experience. Mental health is extremely important, and I think there's consensus around that, and it seems also that we talked a lot about it, but based on my own experience, I also feel like we don't talk enough about it at all, especially when you're the one experiencing it. Like when I wasn't seeking help myself, I had no problem just conversing with someone about the importance of mental health. However, when I really needed the help, I did not know who to talk to. It feels so hard to start a conversation with, hey, I'm sick, I need mental health help, and how can you help me? Where to go? That just seems a very odd conversation starter. However, one thing that I've learned is once you start being transparent, start sharing your experience with people around you, you'll be surprised at how many people are actually experiencing the same issue who are also seeking out therapist support, and that just becomes such a better or easier conversation. Second, seeking professional help is important, and many people do. I mean, you're not the only one, so don't feel so weird about it. At least that's what I felt a little bit in the beginning. I really thought that I was strong, I was resilient, I could figure out a lot of it by myself, so why not this one? But it's like when you're sick, right? When you're sick, you go to the doctor. When you think that your heart or your mind is, feeling unwell, then you go seek professional help. This is the same idea. So be open about it. Don't be surprised at how many people who are actually doing the same thing. And taking care of your mind is as important as taking care of your body. Third, this is my own experience. A lot of the anxiety and stress really stemmed from me being an overachiever. And part of the reason why I was scared to see a therapist is that I was afraid that I have to change who I am. I have to let go of a lot of stuff that I wanted to do. But throughout this experience, I realized that therapy isn't about changing, the core of who you are. It's actually about embracing yourself more. It made me realize that I don't have to change who I am. I can still be a type A overachiever, and it's more around embracing myself. Really figuring out my strengths and my shortcomings, be more mindful, get to know myself better, and work with myself better. In the end, this is me sharing my own personal experience. I hope it's helpful to you. If you like this video, don't forget to check out my other videos where I talk about the tip of how to not burn out as a consultant. Until next time, bye!